Yeah, okay. We've got a little bit of a situation going on. Hopefully, it is peaceful, like I said in the last video. Hopefully, you're having a good, peaceful day, prosperous day, healthy day, and a happy day, whatever time of day it is. By the way, for lots of countries, the fall clock falling back happens tonight, right? Kind of amazing we're in 2024 and people still have to even think about that, even though most devices automatically update and whatever, it still affects the amount of sleep you get in that day, whether it's in the autumn or the spring, right? You get one more hour of, you get an extra hour in the fall. So today, and then 6 months from now, you get one less hour, which is just silly nonsense that this happens at all. And why did I mention that in a video about Bitcoin? Well, because Bitcoin has a lot to do about time, doesn't it? Some people use the blockchain or view the blockchain as a different kind of timekeeping mechanism, right? Right? The Bitcoin blockchain in particular, which has been running now since January of 2009, is basically a kind of a clock, right? So the blockchain is a clock chain, essentially. You can see what time, what epoch, what block is currently being mined or has recently been mined, and you can see all the way back from the Genesis block, all the different periods of time. So you can measure things according to their block time, right? Now, that may seem like a silly thing for most people still to this day, and it, in many ways, might be if you look at it a certain point of view. But in some other ways, it is actually a highly functional and highly useful data set. Now, wow, the street used to have so many beautiful trees, and then they took them all down and put up these new little sprouts. And why they did that, whoever knows. But I guess somebody had to make some money in the tree business or the paving business or both. Anyway, so Bitcoin as a clock, interesting concept, and more importantly, time passing from day to day and week to week. Things like the new weekly time frame of Bitcoin. What is it going to do this week? Well, apart from the obvious, it is going to do what the VEPS tells you it's going to do, right? Because that's what it does. Well, apart from that, it is going to crush YouTube Jimmy again this week. And what do I mean by that? Well, we're now in the last week of October. And so far, it has not been a particularly stellar October, right? In fact, far from it, right? Yeah, has it gone up a little? Yay. It went up modestly, nicely, sure, for a traditional asset. Anything that goes up, hello, I see you. Anything that goes up even a little bit, yay, it went up. But for an asset like Bitcoin to go up, less than 10 or 20% in a month, where everybody's all hyped and saying, "Oh, it's gonna be October. It's gonna be, October and November are gonna be the best months of the year." Well, so far, it might be. We still have another week to go, but it's going to depend very much on what the new weekly prints and what the effect is of the intraday trading from day to day. Right? So don't think, oh, it's only going to go up. It might go up significantly, but I guarantee you, even if the weekly print Even if the next week ends up finishing much higher than it begins, I guarantee you along the way there's going to be ups and downs, right? Just like there were the entire month to date. And just like there were all of last month when everybody said, oh, September's going to be a down month. September ended up 7% or more. And October is supposed to be the big rockin' month. So far, October hasn't done as well as September, which was, again, expected to be a down month. Which is why you should never trade low time frame volatility, entropy, probability, and statistics based on high time frame prognostications. Even something like a weekly time frame is a very high time frame. Even a daily time frame is a very high time frame for actual traders, right? If you're an actual trader and you trade low time frames, you need to tune out the quote unquote news. Right? You need to not pay attention, like at all, to what people are saying on the quote unquote news. Because that stuff will just fool you. Like literally, it will just fool you. And it will just get you wrecked. What am I looking? Yeah. Giant Rottweilers and Dobermans. Doberman pinchers. Nice. Nice combo of dogs over there. Wow, there's so much activity right now. Up in the skies, it's crazy. Anyway. Hopefully it will be peaceful, but I can tell you it most probably isn't. That's the reason that activity exists. Yeah. Let's see. That is all. Yeah, that's. I don't need anything that says I need. Yeah. Crazy. So what am I telling you? Well, I'm telling you that Bitcoin is going to do the same thing this week that it does every week. It's going to move according to the VEPs, right? If you've been fortunate enough to look and watch the live streams this week and hear and learn from the workflows that have been given out during those live streams on the Alpha Trading live streams, right, then you'll know that statistically, right, the probabilities were very much in favor of the asset hitting the targets that were pronounced very clearly during those live streams. And that is exactly why those targets were hit to the upside and downside day after day, the whole week, just like they are every week. If you think that's just a lucky coincidence that we're constantly getting the targets right, well, then maybe it's a coincidence you should look into more, because maybe you should try that luck, right? You should be so lucky. Maybe you should understand that it's not luck. It's just maths, right? It's knowing how to read the maths of the probabilities and the statistics of entropy and volatility, and that's it. And knowing what to do with that information. Right? If you don't know what to do with that information, okay, then you shouldn't be trading. Right? You should be learning how to do that if you want to be a trader, in my opinion. And you can do that for free. Just go to alphatradinghq.com/discord. Again, that's alphatradinghq.com/discord. Okay, that'll do it for now. Happy trading. Peace.